are you? You're watching CBBC 2 with your friends Anna, Matt. High five!
High five. Now then, as you know, all this Easter holidays, we're travelling up and down the country to try and find out what you do in your free time. And it's been awesome so far, hasn't it?
Oh, it was brilliant. We had a great time in Weymouth. We got very wet on the beach, but we were hanging out with our mates from St John's School Science Club, and it was fantastic.
Then we went to York, thanks to Jed, Hannah and Georgia. We got to see some Vikings, and we got to eat lots of fudge as well.
Yeah, but today we've landed in a place that's famous for its collection of monkeys.
Yes, there's mining here, there's fabric making, even pork pie making.
Yeah, and it's even home to a space centre. So where are we?
The moon!
No, we're in Leicestershire.
Even better.
And Matt, you look ridiculous in those costumes you've just put on. Well, actually, we don't. We're fitting rather well, because today we've landed at Twycross Zoo in Leicestershire.
I think I look rather dapper for the part. Now, we are here by invitation only, thanks to James, Toby and George. Now, guys, have you got a fun day planned?
Yes!
Fantastic. Now, James, you're a big fan of Twycross Zoo. What is so special about it?
Twycross Zoo is the world's largest primate and ape centre.
That's great, isn't it? And you're a volunteer,
Yeah.
aren't you? What does that involve, James?
We're helping the information centre.
That's what we need, James, a man of information.
Now, you two, you're big fans of it as well, aren't you, guys? How many times have you been here?
6 or 7 times.
Wow, so you'll know loads as well. That's perfect. And we've got some great shows as well. Fairly Old Parents is on the way, Level Up and Tracy Beaker this morning.
But now to a place where healthy food is banned. Not Matt's house, it's Lazy Town. Lazy Town, and there's some more madcap action with Looney Tunes on the way next, right here on CBBC 2.
Now, we are here by invitation only at Twycross Zoo. We're having an ace day looking at some top animals, and there's more on the way, so don't go anywhere.
Very good morning to you. How you doing? You're watching CBBC 2 with Anne and Matt.
And Joe, because today we've come to Twycross Zoo by invitation only. And I'm getting that weird, slightly tingly feeling. Is it time for a factette?
It's time for a fab boy factette, in fact. Now, our Joe here was the first animal to arrive at Twycross Zoo. He was 6 months old at the time, and now is a whopping 42 years old.
Wow, apparently he also weighs quite a lot, 32 stone, which is loads.
Yeah, in fact, that's like the strength of 8 men.
Wow. Now, he likes to keep himself entertained by watching TV. He's got one inside his little enclosure there, and his favourite show is Looney Tunes. In fact, Joe, do you want to introduce it? Oh, go on then. Here we are. Time for the Looney Tunes. Oh, it's Gorilla Great. Somebody get me a banana, please. Hi, how you doing? You're watching CBBC 2 with Anne and Matt, out and about on the road by invitation only here at Twycross Zoo.
Have you got that tingly feeling?
Weirdly, yes.
It's time for a fab boy fact. Now, did you know that these camels are the most miserable animals of the lot?
Oh, why's that?
Well, because they've always got the hump.
Tracy Beaker, the Fairly Old Parents and Level Up are on the way this morning here on CBBC 2.
Yes, but before that, we've got to see if 2 groups of mates get the hump with each other. Is best of friends with Abs and Ronnie.
Hi there.
Previous time travel experience not necessary.
You're watching CBBC 2 with Anne and Matt. We're here in Twycross Zoo by invitation only.
Yeah, and we've met a couple of new friends. They're called capybara behind us, right? One way to describe them is they're kind of like giant guinea pigs, and they're the largest rodents in the world.
I tell you what, they're fairly odd, and the Fairly Old Parents is on the way next.
Good morning, it's fast approaching 9:30 and we're still at Twycross Zoo having a great morning, thanks to our friends for inviting us.
Yes, they're just feeding some giraffes at the moment. We're going to be catching up with them in just a second, but I should tell you that Sam and Mark are on the way with Level Up. You'd be crazy to go anywhere else.
Thank you so much to James, George and Toby for inviting us to Twycross Zoo, because I'm having a great time feeding the tallest animal, not only at the zoo, but also the tallest animal in the world.
It's not Jake Humphrey, it is the giraffe. We're having a lovely time. There you go, have a bit of carrot. here just hanging out. And I'll tell you what, I've got that weird tingling sensation.
Oh.
Is it time for a Fab Boy Fact 8? There you go.
Oh, it certainly is. Now, you can see their tongue there trying to lick you, Matt. Their tongue is actually blue, but they get away with it because they're so beautiful. And it's about 30 centimetres long. That's like twice your school ruler. And they can reach speeds up to 45 miles an hour when they go running.
That's very fast considering how tall they are. And they are very tall. I mean, these ones are fully grown. That's 18 foot. But when they're born, they are 12 foot tall. So these are very, very big animals right from the start. And they have to be quite tall because they need to reach up into the treetops because all of the food that they eat is from the trees. It's vegetation, which means that they are vegetarians.
Yeah, so at the minute, we're just feeding them like carrots and cabbage and that. But in the summer, they like to eat a lot of branches and twigs and stuff like that. It's fascinating, really. They just seem happy with anything, don't they?
And it's dead clever because here they've created fake trees. It's basically a big pole, and what they do is put lots of the food that they like at the top of it. Have I got a bit of dribble on me?
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, they are the tallest animal in the world. Guess what their favourite show is?
Oh, Last of the Summer Wine.
No, it's Level Up. Ooh.
Level Up is back tomorrow, but of course you can get it at any time. It's a 24/7 experience. All you have to do is jump on the website.
Yeah, Jude's very excited about it. bbc.co.uk/CBBC. I think he wants his mummy.
Oh, now today we're at Twycross Zoo by invitation only, thanks to James, Toby and George. They're currently playing with some goats down there because we're in the petting corner.
Yes, we certainly are. And we've stumbled across a few pygmy goats. They are gorgeous.
Right, oh, hang on a second. I think he's getting it too, that weird tingling sensation. Is it time for a Fab Boy Fact?
It certainly is. Did you know the Latin name for a pygmy goat is Caprus hircus? Yes, and they've all got very short legs. That's why they're pygmy goats, because they're very small. And Duke here has got a beard, but so have all the female pygmy goats too.
Both male and female with beards. It's a stylish look. I like it. Now, it looks like you're about to do some sort of ventriloquist routine.
No.
That is possibly on the way, but something very special is happening too. A very big creature with a big trunk that goes... "Meow." Any ideas?
A giraffe.
No.
Good morning, this is CBBC2 with Anne and Matt, and today we're at Twycross Zoo in Leicestershire, by invitation only, of course.
Now, you may be able to notice some elephants behind us. One of them is playing with my shoe down there with its trunk, and we've got Suzanne, who's feeding them some treats, and also James, who's our expert as well. How are you, James?
All right, thank you.
Now, these elephants have got quite an appetite. What's their favourite food, James?
Well, chocolate cake.
Really?
No, they don't often get that. That's to get past the keepers first, but mainly bananas, that sort of thing. Lots of nice fruit. I like things like that.
And do they eat lots and lots of it?
They do, yes.
So does that mean that there's lots and lots of poo afterwards?
Unfortunately.
Lots of smelly poo?
Yes.
Yeah, I can smell a little bit in the air. Thank goodness you've not got smell-o-vision at home, because they do smell.
Now, these are all female elephants, aren't they, James?
They are,
How
yeah.
can you tell the difference? See, I know because you told me, but how would anybody be able to tell the difference between a male or a female?
The males are a lot bulkier, a lot taller, and most of the time the males have big tusks as well.
Ooh. Can they be quite dangerous?
They can be, yeah.
Are these trunks quite dangerous? Because they're very strong, aren't
They're very
they?
strong, yeah. There's about 150,000 muscles in this trunk. So she can pick up something really small, or she can move something as heavy as herself with it.
It's amazing how tiny some of the things they pick up in front of their mouths are, isn't it? It's absolutely incredible.
Use that little finger on the end to
It's dead cool.
help pick things up.
Now, I've noticed they've got smaller ears than other elephants I've seen before.
Yeah.
Why is that?
The Africans, they have bigger ears, basically because they're out in the sun a lot more, so they need to cool their ears down.
Like a big fan?
Yeah, they flap them, cool their body down.
Now, silly question, but they do look like they're always out in the sun because they've got ever so dry skin, haven't they? Quite wrinkly. Why is that?
That's their skin is just quite rough. In the wild, they're out in the branches and in the forest and stuff, so it needs to be quite tough.
Well, another tough girl here on CBBC2 is our Tracy Beaker. Here she is. If you belong to the Tracy Beaker fan club, you'll be very pleased to know there's more Tracy Beaker over on the CBBC channel at 5:30 this afternoon.
Now, I can already smell the scent of another animal on its way to us here at Twycross Zoo.
Pongo.
You what?
Pongo pygmaeus pygmaeus.
You no need for insults.
No, that's the animal we're seeing next.
Oh. now we're very privileged because we've come to hang out with some orangutans and we're going to give them some juice. So whilst I do that, I believe, Anne, you've been doing your research, haven't you? You've got some fab boy fact.
Well, you know I love my Latin names for things, and I can tell you that the Latin name for an orangutan is Pognopygmaeus pygmaeus. And also, they're called like the old wise men of the forest, and I think that's because they look pretty ancient and they've got very clever-looking faces.
They have. You like your Latin names, don't you?
I do, it's brilliant.
I'm very impressed. There we go. Let's try and feed this little one up here. Oh, it's so sweet.
Oh.
Now, not only do they drink juice, but they also eat lots of leaves. And occasionally, just occasionally, they eat frogs as well, I've heard, when they're in their native home of Borneo.
Now, I like how long and lanky they are, and did you know that their arms, span to about 2 metres? And they're also the largest tree-living ape, which is incredible.
Yeah, they're
Oh, sticking your tongue out at me.
And they're quite cheeky as well. You know, they do make little farting noises and they poke their tongues out as well. But altogether, they're quite good fun and they like bouncing around outside.
And as much as I love them, I think we need to go and say goodbye to our mates. Before we go, I've got a question for you.
Go on.
What would you get if you crossed a horse with a rhino?
A rye horse.
No, you get a tapir.
Of course. This one is absolutely lovely, and James, Toby and George are currently giving it a little bit of food. Guys, have you had a fun time today?
Yes.
Oh, I'm very pleased.
Oh yeah, we've loved it here as well. Thank you so much for inviting us to Twycross Zoo. And if you want more action from the animals, tune in to CBBC 1 tomorrow afternoon.
If you want more action from CBBC, flick over to the CBBC channel right now. From us,
Love you, bye.
You are watching CBBC 1 with Anne and Matt. Now, today we are out and about by invitation only. You send an invite, we turn up. It's as easy as that.
Yeah, today we've landed at Twycross Zoo in Leicestershire, thanks to our friends James, Toby and our George.
Now then, I can't help but notice a massive gorilla behind us. James, why is he so special?
This gorilla is called Joe and he was the first animal to be brought to Twycross Zoo.
Oh, so it's quite important then. And he's got a few grey hairs on his back, so is he very old, Toby?
Yes, he's 42 years old and weighs 32 stone.
That is very heavy. So apart from eating lots, what are his hobbies, George?
He likes watching TV, especially CBBC.
I can see why he's got good taste, especially today when we're looking kind of smart.
And I've heard that he's even got a TV set in there.
Wow.
I know, luxury or what. Anyway, you'll be pleased to know that Dennis the Menace is on the way next.
I'll tell you what, as it's his favourite show, Joe, why don't you introduce it? No, I'd love to. Here it is, time for Dennis the Menace. Somebody get me a banana. Just like a leopard can't lose its spots, our Dennis cannot lose his menacing ways. In fact, he's going to be back tomorrow on CBBC 1 at the same time with his stripy jumper.
Now, I'm very excited because this afternoon we're at Twycross Zoo, by invitation only, of course, and behind us is an Amur leopard. Now, they're very rare and incredibly endangered species, and there's only about 40 left in the wild.
Wow, now, as you can see, they're spotted, which is so that they can blend into their natural environment in a kind of camouflage-type way. Now, this is for two reasons. Firstly, so they can hide themselves from anyone who might be hunting them, like man, or they can also creep up on their prey without being seen. Now, they like to eat, and be warned, badgers. So, Bodger, if Badger's nearby, please just lock him away, give him some mashed potato, and keep him away from the Amur leopards.
Now, I think that the keepers here at the zoo are hoping that these leopards are going to have some babies.
Oh.
Yeah, speaking of which, BB3B is on the way next, and the twins think they've uncovered an alien farm. How you doing? This is CBBC 1 with Anne and Matt, and this afternoon we're here at Twycross Zoo.
We're hanging about by invitation only, and these gibbons are hanging about as well. I suggest you do the same.
Stay tuned, because Lizzie McGuire is on the way next. You can get busy with our Lizzie, getting a bit more whizzy on CBBC 1 again tomorrow at 4:30. I quite liked that.
Bit whizzy. No, we are here.
Music.
We are here at Twycross Zoo by invitation only, and we've got some great shows this afternoon as well. Blue Peter is still to come, as is News Jazz, so you can get all the latest headlines.
Yeah, and I tell you what, we found some fascinating creatures. We're going to be telling you more about them next. Very good afternoon to you. You're watching CBBC One with Anne and Matt.
Yesterday we're hanging out by invitation only at Twycross Zoo, thanks to our friends James, Toby and George, who are currently feeding some of our buddies behind us here.
Yeah, our friends are called bonobo chimpanzees, right? And out of all the animals that are on our planet, these are the most human-like. It's fascinating.
Apparently they share 99.6% of the same genes as humans, which means they share a lot of similar qualities. They walk upright, just like us.
Yeah, they eat meat and vegetables, just like us.
They've got facial expressions, which means you can tell what they're thinking and how they're feeling and what their emotions are, just like us.
Yeah, they live in families, kind of just like us.
And they comb their hair and like to groom themselves, spend a lot of time on that, just like Andrew Hayden-Smith.
And another thing that we've all got in common is that we absolutely love Blue Peter. They're going to love this as much as their food. Here it is. Hello, good afternoon to you. This is CBBC One with Anne and Matt, and this afternoon we're at Twycross Zoo.
Yes, we've been invited here by our mates. We've got James, George and Toby. They're currently feeding some elephants, and we're here with James, who's an elephant trainer. It's all very exciting.
Certainly is. Now, we're feeding them, it just spat on me, bananas mainly, but what else do they eat, James?
My colleagues are throwing some horse and pony nuts down at the minute. Most of their food's hay. They get through about 8 or 9 bales each day. They eat quite a lot. Lots of fruit and veg, lots of branches and leaves.
I've got to ask, does that mean that they actually poo a lot as well?
Unfortunately, they do, yeah.
And does that poo smell?
It does.
I can actually smell a little whiff of it in the air. Thank goodness you've not got smell-o-vision at home. Now then, elephants. I've heard they're an endangered species. Are these ones endangered?
Yes, they are. There's only about 30,000 of these girls left in the wild. So there's not very many at all, so we're doing the best we can to try and breed them and get their numbers back up.
And are these Asian elephants?
Yes, they are, yeah.
Oh, because they've got smaller ears, haven't they, than African elephants? Why is that, James?
Basically, the African elephants live out in the sun more. They're out in the savannah, so they need to cool their body down a lot more, so the ears are bigger to do that.
Oh, so you're a big fan.
Yeah.
Now, one final thing. They say elephants never forget. Is that true or false?
Most of the time, it's true, yeah.
Lots of information there, and more information now from your world. Here is News Round.
Just like the lions behind us, we've had a roaring afternoon here on CBBC One at Twycross Zoo.
You sounded like David Attenborough then, the lions behind us. Oh, they're watching us as well. Now then, today we've had no time for lying down.
That was bad.
But we have had a good day, thanks to James, Toby and George, who invited us. Guys, did you have fun?
Yes. Now, what's been your favourite animal of today?
The gibbons.
The lions.
The gibbons.
Oh, yeah, the gibbons. They're funky, aren't they, those gibbons?
They were
Their
groovy.
arms are massive.
They kind of swing around in like, ooh, a magic stuff. Now then, all this week we're going to be here in Leicestershire. It's exciting because we don't know what we're going to be doing, but these guys do. What's the plan for tomorrow?
Snivs Discovery.
Sorry, I'm getting excited at Discovery Park. Maybe we can wear another cool hat.
Maybe.
Yeah, and if you want to discover more from CBBC right now, then head over to the CBBC channel for some magic television. Tracy Beaker is just about to start.
There she is, in the distance. Make sure you're watching CBBC One tomorrow. We will see you then. Let's get in the van.
To the van!
Good afternoon. Stay right where you are because Dennis the Menace is on the way next, and his parents are going to a class to try and understand children better.
Yeah, but not to be outdone, our Dennis is going to have a full class of his own on how to understand grown-ups. I want to go.
I think I do too, and in fact we're going to be learning loads today here. We're at the Snivston Discovery Park in Leicester by invitation only, thanks to our friends Toby, James and George. Now, Toby and George seem to be cycling with their new friend Henry the skeleton. It looks like a lot of good fun.
Yeah, and there's a lot to do today, I can tell you, including some important discoveries that I'll be having a look at later.
Oh yes, I'm going to try my hand at a little bit of old-fashioned mining.
And we're going to pick up a car.
Oh, what? You three pick up a car?
Yes.
Wow, sounds quite impressive. I'll tell you what, we'll see that later on. And right now, it's time for Dennis the Menace.
And after afternoon we've got lined up for you today on CBBC One, right? We've got BB3B, that's on the way next, followed by Lizzie McGuire and Blue Peter a little bit later on. As well as that, we're at Snibston Discovery Park in Leicestershire, and our Matt's made a discovery.
I'm hoping that this is going to work because I found out exactly how an engine works. Now, what this is like a piston that you would find in your car. Now, this is obviously a much bigger version, but what happens is the fuel will go inside, that's your petrol, and then it'll get compressed, and we do that just by pumping away here. And then once it's all squeezed together and nice and tight, it's the fun bit, the ignition. Once that's hit, you're going to see the ball in here fire all the way up, and that represents the energy that's released. So here we go.
Woo!
Off it goes. And you can see it's really powerful, and that's the kind of thing that happens in the pistons in your cars and then drives the wheels. A fascinating discovery, and there are going to be loads more throughout the afternoon here on CBBC One. Now, Anne, as you may know, I was the thumb war champion of my school, 1996.
Yeah, you've told me that 18 times.
19 times today. Now then, I want to show you another example of my thumb strength. But to begin with, what I'd like you to do is try and push this enormous rock.
OK, Matt Edmondson, I don't know what you're up to. Oh,
it's not easy, is it?
Heavy.
Not easy at all.
No.
But with the power invested in my thumb, watch what happens. All I have to do is give it a little bit of a push, and look, it just glides away.
Hang on a minute, I know how you've done that. You've unlocked it so that you can push it along its metal rollers, which is effectively like a stone on wheels. That's cheating. Although they did kind of use this method when they built the pyramids.
But not with metal rollers, presumably.
No, I think they used trees.
Oh, fine, you got me. But still, I was the champ.
Lots more to discover here at Snibston this afternoon. It's going to be rocking.
And rolling.
Yeah.
It's time for BB3B.
BB3B is back tomorrow afternoon here on CBBC One with Anna Matt.
We're having a really good day here. It's Snibston Discovery Park by invitation only. And Lizzie McGuire is discovering that shopping with your mum isn't easy. Next. The drama with Lizzie McGuire continues tomorrow on CBBC One. And today we're hanging out at Snibston Discovery Park by invitation only.
Yeah, and you'll be very pleased to know that Blue Peter is on the way soon. And I've got a challenge for you that not even our Matt, Zoe, Gethin or Connie could do.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it riding on horseback into a pool of blancmange?
No, Matt, it's not. I want you, single-handedly, to lift a car. Hello, it's CBBC One, and this is by invitation only, which means we're out and about finding out what you get up to in your Easter holidays. What a great week we're having. We're hanging around in Leicestershire thanks to our mates. We've got James, George and Toby. Come on. Now, today we decided to head on down to Snibston Discovery Park, and boy, have we discovered some amazing things, including how to lift a car. Now, we're pretty cool. We know how it all works, but Matt Edmondson clearly does not.
And I think this will be easy. Here we go. OK, it's impossible. Absolutely impossible.
I'm not being totally fair on you, Matt, because I don't think you can do that without the use of an electromagnet. And James, George and Toby. Now, come on then, George and James. Now, what they've got to do now is lower this magnet to the top of the car. It's an electromagnet, which means it needs a bit of electricity as well with the iron. So, Toby, you get the electricity flowing, and now we should be fully charged and ready to lift that car off the ground. We're nearly there. It's got a lot of suspension, this car. Nearly there. Oh, look, the tyres are off the floor. And we did it with the help of a very strong magnet. Not like the ones that you kind of stick on your fridge. Well done, boys. And now it's time for some more challenges with our Zoe, Gethin, Matt and Connie. Here is Blue Peter. This week we're discovering lots about Leicestershire by invitation only, and we've found out that it's famous for many things like pork pie, yum yum, and Twycross Zoo and the National Space Centre, but also it was one of the UK's biggest producers of coal. Now, as you can see, there was some pretty harsh conditions down pit, and our Matt has found an ex-miner to tell us all about it.
I'm here with John, who is an ex-miner and also a tour guide now at Snibston Discovery Park, and he's going to chat to us all about coal, which is obviously what he used to mine. Now, when did the Snibston coal mine first open?
It opened in 1832 by George Stephenson and then closed in 1982 because of the lack of this stuff. It had all been mined.
So how long does it take coal to form?
That piece of coal took about 230 million years to form. And we've only used it as a form of energy for 130 to 170 years and it's all gone.
In Snibston, it's all gone, so that's why it's very, very important to recycle. Now, we heard from Anne earlier that the mines were very dangerous places to
They
work.
were indeed, yeah.
So what sort of equipment did you have to make it safer and easier?
This is one of the main implements we use called a safety lamp. This would be basically to detect methane gas, which is very volatile explosive gas.
And how did you know when it was going to be around?
The little flame turned to a blue, and then you knew there was gas in the atmosphere and it was time to leave.
OK, the other thing I'm slightly intrigued by is this. It's the canaries.
Yeah, these are the canaries, which were sitting on their perch, chirping away merrily. And the first sign of gas, boom. That meant there was gas in the atmosphere and it was also time to leave. Taking the canaries with you, they just saved your life, so hopefully you'd save theirs as well.
So as soon as they went, you knew there's gas, you've got to get out of the place.
That's right.
So canaries, as well as being quite attractive birds, are also very, very useful as well. Thank you very much, John.
Thank you.
We've learned loads about mining there, and it's time to learn loads about your world. Here is News Round.
Another top-tastic day by invitation only here at Snibston Discovery Park. So thanks so much to James, George and Toby for sending us an invite.
Thanks, guys. Now then, tomorrow we're heading to the National Space Centre. It's going to be fantastic, and we'll be blasting off with more of your favourite shows as well here on CBBC One.
I can't wait for that. Matt?
Yes?
Have you noticed something weird? I mean, I don't think this is the actual van that we arrived in.
It's true, it's not orange. We'll try and find the other one. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.
Love ya, bye! It's the Easter holidays.
Yes, we are Anne and Matt, and we're out and about here on CBBC One by invitation only.
Yeah, and we've ditched our bright orange camper van for something a lot bigger. Stay tuned to find out where we've landed.
Hello,
Hello.
how are you? You are watching CBBC One with Anne and Matt. We're here in Leicestershire by invitation only, and we've come to the National Space Centre.
Yes, thanks to our fantastic friends. It's James, George and Toby. Hello, fellas.
Hello.
Look at that. They're looking at the blue streak. Did you know that's the largest rocket to ever be built in the UK?
And next to it is another kind of old rocket. It's Thor-able PGM-17. I don't know what that last bit means.
We'll be blasting off your afternoon with lots of wonderful, marvellous things after Dennis the Menace and a secret diary.
Good afternoon, how are you? You are watching CBBC One, and Dennis the Menace returns at the same time tomorrow. Now, loads of great shows this afternoon for you. BB3B, Lizzie McGuire and George, turn around for me. Totally Doctor Who is going to be on the way. Look at that T-shirt, he's got the TARDIS and everything. It's going to be a cracking afternoon because we're here at the National Space Centre by invitation only, thanks to James, George and Toby. Now, Toby, this all looks very technical. What are you up to?
Well, this is a test to see if you can keep astronauts alive in a spaceship.
In a spaceship, OK, so you've got oxygen, temperature, humidity. Let's make him just a little bit warmer and then I'll let you continue because that's a very important job. In fact, we're going to be floating around here all afternoon and Anne's up to something rather weird.
I know it just looks like I'm chilling on my green skateboard, but in actual fact, I'm jumping on the moon!
Ah, that is absolutely brilliant. You look like an alien. Speaking of which, BB3B is on the way next.
Come on, top space tunes, only $6.99.
Novelty gun, $1.99.
Yeah, what about this piece of moon rock? It's priceless.
Hey, so's our Lizzie McGuire, and she's on the way next. Today we are at the National Space Centre, just checking out some spaceships behind us, like Doctor Who and his TARDIS. He's on the way in a second, by the way, in Totally Doctor Who. But I'm amazed that that thing behind us used to actually go into space.
Well, that thing's called the Soyuz.
Hang on a second, I'm getting that weird tingling feeling. Is there a Fab Boy fact out on the way?
It certainly is indeed. Now, have a look at this behind me, right? Imagine Russians living in that. That indeed did go into space. And then when it landed, guess where they put it?
Where?
In a car park.
No.
Yeah, and then it was salvaged and brought here. So go down to your local car park and you never know.
You could even find the TARDIS. It's on right now here on CBBC One in Totally Doctor Who. Today we are hanging out at the National Space Centre and we're in a room that's full of satellites.
Yeah, now behind me is the Sputnik. That's the most famous satellite because it was the first one ever to go into space.
But it's been joined by lots more. In fact, there are now 7,000 satellites orbiting the Earth.
Time now for some news on planet Earth. Here is News Round. That's it for this afternoon, but get more on the CBBC channel right now.
We're back here at the National Space Centre tomorrow. Make sure you join us on CBBC One. Take
Love
care.
ya. Bye.
1, mission control in the National Space Centre to astronaut Foy. What is your status?
Preparing to board Bio-Rocket 1.
Roger that. Blast off will commence in T-minus 1 minute.
What's there the heights?
CBBC 1, mission control to astronaut Foy. Stand by to commence your mission of discovery by invitation only.
And astronaut Foy and astronaut Edmondson to CBBC 1 ground control. We are docked. We are ready to launch.
And what a fantastic mission we can see ahead of us. We've got the planet BB3B to visit. We're also entering the Lizzie McGuire Milky Way, and I've heard some evil stitch-up aliens are lurking in outer space.
Ground control, we are ready to blast off.
Roger that. Your first task is to monitor the meteor menace known as Dennis. Good luck. Commence countdown.
T-minus 10, 9, 8.
Thanks, Mission Control. And I've noticed you've not really dressed for space, have you?
Well, I think space is lacking a bit of pink sparkle.
True. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Let's blast off your weekend with the best shows in the universe! Not Foy here and Astro Matt Edmondson. Ready to blast off your weekend with the best shows in the universe.
I tell you what, I don't know what it is about wearing this spacesuit, but I can't help but move in slow motion. Now then, I tell you what, we're very excited because this week we have swapped our orange camper van for a giant space rocket. Yes, we've been invited here by our friends James, Toby and George. Already, some amazing sights have been seen. The meteorite that was Dennis the Menace blasted by. It was kind of stripy with crazy hair. And in the distance, I can see the planets BB3B and the Lizzie McGuire Milky Way.
Now, Astro Matt Edmondson.
Yes?
What would you get if you crossed an ex-pop star with an extraterrestrial?
Ex-pop star, extraterrestrial, I don't know.
Kim Martian!
Don't be so silly. Such a thing does not exist.
This is an astronaut Foy to CBBC 1 ground control. We are about to enter the alien world of BB3B. And we've learnt in our little spaceship that they're opening a pizza restaurant.
I think I've broken. Did you just say pizza?
Yes.
I'll tell you what, up here in the big vast world of space and time, you get kind of peckish. I'm actually feeling quite hungry, but luckily I've got my interstellar communicator. Bear with me 1 second. Hello? Yes, hi. I'd like to order a sun pizza.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What?
What on earth is a sun pizza?
It's very hot, it's got lots of chilies, and it's sizzling.
Oh, dear.
Like the sun.
CBBC 1, mission control in the National Space Centre to Bio-1. What is your status?
Mission Control, we are responding to a distress signal from the McGuire Milky Way.
Will Lizzie write an honest review of Miranda's play? Well, let's Galaxy what happens.
CBBC 1, mission control in the National Space Centre to Bio-1. Please confirm your current status.
Do not be alarmed, humanoids. We are Funty and Bunty from the planet Sitchopper.
Your astronauts are currently being probed to discover the one thing missing from our superior race. Laughter.
If you do not believe us, do not touch your TV set for the next 25 minutes, or you will be exterminated!
There we go. Who'd have known that the laughter caused by Stitch-Up would weaken the aliens Funty and Bunty?
Yeah, stroke a look at that. How you doing? You're watching CBBC 1 with me, and astronaut Foy.
And me, Astro Man Edmonds.
Time now to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere.
What has been going on back at home?
Let's find out. Here is News Round.
We've come back to Earth thanks to Mission Control. That's Toby, George and James here at the National Space Centre by invitation only.
Oh, what a fantastic few weeks we've had finding out what you get up to in your Easter holiday.
If you want more from CBBC, flick on over to the CBBC channel right now.
Beam us back up. Over and out.